so I need more B-52s.
Been doing my readings about the aircraft. In Vietnam, the B-52 was used in cells of 3 jets.
So with 5, I've got a cell and 2/3. Had a brainstorm. Craters are from Mark's Toys miniature lunar exploration playset. And, it's like, okay, that's a cool idea, right, but if that's the scale of the viewer, there's a grant to write.
Incoming airstrike.
So, I'm sorry, I flipped this right over. Kid Connection.
Back of the package indicated made for Walmart by Maisto, which pretty much explains it all.
What does that say? B-52H Stratofortress. With its Bombay helpfully already open. Maisto made in China. Maisto? How do you pronounce it? And yeah, that makes me think of a modernized B-52. What are these things here? What's that? The $6 million man in a lifting body? No, it looks like a... Alright, that's ordnance mounted outside of the... Those are probably the big 750 or 1,000 pounders, and then you keep the standard 500 pounders in the interior Bombay. It was tough to find this. They don't really make a lot. There aren't B-52s. They want the new planes, obviously.
The lack of B-52 toys isn't that surprising once you think about it. The airplane definitely had an image problem, right up to the War on Terror. The Cambodia bombings were a big part of that. I don't have any real recollection of the Vietnam War. I was born in 1967, so I was too young. But I do remember footage of B-52s dropping bombs as a very young child, and thinking that those were people falling out of the airplanes. And I remember it making me cry, and someone having to explain to me that they were bombs being dropped on guerrillas. And I was like, what? I've been thinking about that memory all while working on this idea. I would have been 6 years old in 1973 when Congress was shutting Nixon down on this. Just old enough to remember it being on the news.
Oh, okay, that's why the Bombay doors are opening. It fits onto the, on its stand. Yeah. But it could be used even with just the stuff I have here.
So now they're way off in the distance, and an image of that can be colored or tinted, turned into a painting.
Here's a Remco spaceman, and he's here at the Hirshhorn Museum in Washington, just like blown away
by how some lunatic
took toy airplanes and blew them up in the human scale, and he's got this big cratered landscape that he made by hand or whatever. This is just, this is what I want to see. That project itself could take
a couple good
years to put together, including writing the right grant for it.
I definitely like the smaller plastic airplanes better. There's more you can do with them. And altering this one to look more like that has already crossed my mind. I'm not really interested in die-cast replicas. I want cheap, flimsy, plastic, disposable toys. Fits in with the concept I'm after, and I'll show you more about it in another episode.